Week 4, top 3, bottom 3. First on the list, Da Bears. Da Bears. Da Bears.
Yes, I agree.
Huge win against the Raiders. This is one of those games that if Matt Eberflus was still the head coach, they were not coming out on top. This was one of those games that is like the classic Bears was going to happen. Raiders were going to get that game-winning field goal. Instead, they get the block kick, which, like I said, like this finishes like that don't usually happen for Chicago. So that was a good win for them. Speaking of good wins, Patriots 42-13 against the Panthers. The Panthers are a bad team. Yeah, both teams came in as 1-2, but this was the first time where it felt like that things turned in the right direction for New England. And who knows? Maybe this is the right amount of kick that they need going into their Sunday night game against Buffalo, which that's going to be a very good litmus test for the Pats. Chiefs. Everyone was counting them out, and they did what they usually do. They stick it right back in your face. In this case, they beat the living hell out of the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really the only right way to say it. I mean, yeah, Lamar got hurt, but
the game was already over. It literally doesn't mean anything. And I have seen some Ravens fans online saying, "Oh, well, if Lamar was healthy, it's like, oh, the game was already out of reach. He was not coming back."
No,
the Ravens just aren't that kind of team. It's not even a Lamar thing at this point. It's a Harbaugh thing.
Yeah, 100%. All right, bottom 3, the Titans. I gotta hand it to him. Like Cam Ward's doing what he can. He even said in his post-game presser, "We suck," quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bad team right now. That O-line is not giving their quarterback many favors, and in this case, they get shut out by the Texans, 26-0. A team that has not been very impressive. And Cam Ward also 10 for 26 with an interception, 108 passing yards. Just a tough day at the office for the Rook.
Yeah, honestly, this is one of those games where, at least according to me, you can't really put it too much on Ward, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because the team around him is straight garbage. He was right when he said something to the effect of, "I'm going to keep it a buck. We ass." Yeah, he is correct.
Yep.
He made no bones about it, and rightfully so. Yeah.
Yeah. Chargers lost to the Giants 21-18, and they fell victim to the backup bunt with Jackson Dart, Justin Herbert, 2 interceptions. Those are the only 2 turnovers for the Chargers that day, but they also had 14 penalties. 14.
Gross.
Team that was making a lot of big strides. Well, like I said, fell victim to the backup bump. And coming in right at the horn, the Cincinnati Bengals. And yeah, you could say it's Jake Browning. You know, you got a backup quarterback in. Defense is doing what the defense has been doing, which isn't very good. But this is now back-to-back games on the road and putting up absolute stinkers. Last week against the Vikings, and then you got 40-pieced. This game in general, yeah, the Bengals were able to kind of make it more of a slow grind for the Broncos en route to them end up getting 28 points. But it was just a bad game overall. Like Jake Browning with 125 passing yards. This was just an all-around ugly, ugly game for Cincy.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts from you?
You know, I thought about being maybe like a tiny bit more lenient towards them. You know, given that there's literally no Jake Browning, but that just can't be an excuse for them. It literally just can't be.
Yeah. And no Joe Burrow, you mean?
I meant, yeah, no Joe Burrow. Sorry, I meant they had Jake Browning.
Yeah.
No Joe Burrow. I'm sorry. That's not an excuse. That's not going to win you any sympathy points, especially not from me.
Especially when we have seen that Jake Browning can be a competent backup
Yeah.
quarterback as
And
well.
there's no reason. Hot take. I know the line isn't great. I know the defense isn't going to do you any favors. But when you have Chase Brown, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins, there's actually no reason for you to suck as much as you do. And that's the truth. That's like the actual, legitimate, unvarnished truth.